sweatpants and this really nice top. So, hi guys, it's maddiiieshook and welcome back to my channel. So this is the first video 2019 and I'm super excited because I know this year is going to be my year and it's going to be a great year, and I'm going in with a very positive mindset and I want to expand it to you guys and just let you know all my tips and tricks and my resolutions and what is going to be going on this year and my plans and my goals and all that jazz. So I put a whole list of stuff on my notes on my Mac, and I have a whole list of everything, so I'm gonna not ramble as much. I'm gonna really try hard not to. It's January 5th right now, and I know that I'm kind of doing this really late, and most of the videos that people did their goals and resolutions videos came out January 1st, and I knew that everyone was going to be doing that, and basically January 1st and 2nd were going to be the ones where it was super saturated with all those kinds of videos. So I really wanted to wait for my video to come out just so that people would actually watch it and not be like, oh my gosh, another resolutions video. And I know that's kind of weird, but yeah, I thought that was going to be a lot smarter and more people would watch my video. That's why it's coming out pretty late, and I really wanted to just share with you guys my thoughts and what's going to be going on and just all the jazz and everything like that. And also with me coming out with this video pretty late, everybody, as soon as the new year starts, everybody wants to have their New Year's resolutions and everybody has all these goals that they're going to do, and you know, half the people do them and half the other people don't do them at all, and some people kind of do it, you know. So I just want to say that you guys don't have to start your resolutions or start new goals right on January 1st. You guys can start them every month, every week, and every day. Oh.
Watch his ankle. Watch it right.
Oh! Oh my god.
Does that look like his leg just comes through his bone comes through his leg?
Oh. One of my points that I'm going to make is that since this video is coming out so late, it also brings up another point.
Fragrance. What's fragrance?
Alright guys, enough with that interruption. One of my points is that to start your New Year's resolutions, I know everybody wants to start them January 1st, and the new year, new me, all that kind of stuff, but that you don't have to start them right when the year starts, because I feel like most people are no, it's January 5th, no, it's too late to start anything, or, you know, it's February 22nd, it's too late to start, you know, but it's not. Every single month, every single week, and every single day is a new start and a new day for you to start new goals. Any single time of the day, you can just sit down and write down your goals and start. It doesn't have to be the new year. And yes, the new year could push into be new year, new me. And my advice for you is to just start a goal. If you think of something that you want to do, just do it. Nike. Just kidding. Write it down, and you know, you don't have to start January 1st. You can start February 1st. You can start February 28th. You can literally do whatever you want and start whenever you want. And so I think that's one of my goals, is to just not hold back and not feel since it's not the January 1st that you can't do it. One of my big goals is when you're writing New Year's resolutions is to definitely put them in categories, because I feel whenever I do resolutions, which I really feel I never do, because I'm always oh, I'm going to drink more water. That's my resolution for this year. And I feel I've never taken them so serious before. And after watching so many YouTube videos and actually starting my YouTube channel and being okay, I think I'm going to do a New Year's resolution, so I really have to sit down and think about my year and what I really want to do with my life and what's going to be going on, because 2019 is going to be a pretty exciting year for me, and I think I'm going to have so many opportunities and so many things that are going to be happening, so I'm super excited for it, and I'm going to be talking more about that. But I think that setting them into categories really helps you get organized. It pushes you to, you know, have all these categories so you have more attainable goals, and to make goals in those categories that are super specific and that you can actually do them, instead of saying, oh, I'm going to drink more water, and then just not remembering about it, not writing it down, not really, you just kind of say it or think about it and you're okay, that's my goal, whatever. Because I feel that's what I used to always do, and now that I have my YouTube channel, now that I'm making this video for you guys, I really had to actually sit down and think about some resolutions of mine and actually take it seriously, because I really want this year to be a great year. I've had pretty tough years in the past, and I feel like I've never really done anything as much as I wanted to, and not really made my year the best year that I can. 2018 was a pretty big year for me because I matured a lot, and you know, I went into my senior year. This was such a big year for me. It was I think it was one of like the worst years I've had, and probably one of like the best years, kind of, in different ways. So I'm going to talk about that and like what some lessons I've learned in 2018, but that'll be in the later video. Another kind of advice for setting your resolutions is to not set unattainable goals. You know, one of my goals in my YouTube section that I have is one of my categories, which we'll talk about later, is to get more subscribers, and I'll go into more detail about that. But an example of like an unattainable goal would be like me saying I'm going to get 1 million subscribers by the end of 2019. Which that could happen, and I hope it happens, but I don't think it will happen because I just started my YouTube channel, and YouTubers that have 1 million subscribers have been doing it for so long and for so many years. So I'm not going to sit there and be like, yeah, I'm going to get 1 million subscribers. And yeah, that's like a great thing to have in your mind and be like, I'm going to push and be the best YouTuber I can. But to say that you're going to get 1 million subscribers in 1 year, it's kind of unreachable and not really a goal of mine that I think I can reach. You need to set goals that you know you can do, and maybe set ones that are just a little bit above like your standard of something that you can do. And then if you reach that, then keep pushing yourself. And that's why I love how there is literally a new day, a new month, a new week all the time. So like you can set as many goals as you want. As soon as you finish one goal, you can just keep going and keep doing it. You don't have to wait. Another one that I probably should have said at the very beginning of this video is to plan out your goals. And I kind of said it earlier. But when you want to make your resolutions, instead of just putting them all in your head and saying, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and just sticking it in your head and thinking that you're going to remember it, is not good. And I think that you should definitely plan them out and either write them down, put them in the notes on your phone or on your laptop, to make sure that you have them down where you can go back and look at them and check them off or cross them out, or do something where you can look at them again and remember what they are. Like if you started every week and you looked at your goals and you said, okay, so this week I'm going to hopefully hit one of these goals, or I'm going to try to do something to make me reach that goal faster, or do something like that where you are looking at them constantly. Because if I say, oh, I'm going to drink water every day and I'm going to get this many subscribers, or whatever your goals are, and you just put them in your head, you're not going to remember them. And especially for me, I'm a pretty much forgetful person, so I think that I'll remember something and then I'll definitely forget about it. It's super important to plan out your goals and do them in categories like I did, and I wrote them all on my laptop, and I'm keeping them in my notes on my computer, so I'm going to have them, and hopefully by the end of 2019 I can go back and cross out ones, or I'm going to keep that goal for 2020 because I didn't reach that this year. You know, something like that where you are always looking at them and always keeping them in your head, because you saying it and then putting it in your head and saying like, oh, I'll remember it, you're not going to. 2018 was kind of a big year for me, but also not really. I feel like I did so much, and then I also feel like I did so little, and I feel like it was a great year, but it wasn't really much of a great year. Whenever the new year comes around and everyone's like, oh my gosh, this year was the best year of my life, I did so much, and then other people are like, oh, it was such a bad year, like I hated it. And I'm always kind of in the middle. I'm always like, well, I had these awesome great moments, but then I also had these really low moments, and I was also like, I don't know. So I'm going to make sure that this year is my best year, and I know that actually planning out my goals and looking at what I did in 2018 has made me realize that I actually had a pretty great year, and I also had, you know, kind of a sucky year or whatever. I'm just going to go on. These are a lot of like lessons I've just learned. I'm going to try really hard not to ramble, and I feel like I've been rambling this whole time, so I apologize. But I'm just going to go ahead. But what 2018 has made me realize is to take all the opportunities that you can. I really think that I learned this when I took an opportunity at my job that I worked at. So I work at this restaurant, and I was super interested in like social media and everything like that. You know, I'm a YouTuber and I love social media, and I just get it really easily. And my boss asked me one day to help her with some like Instagram stuff because she wanted to learn something new. And so I went up there, and then she offered me a job to be the social media administrator, which means to be in charge of like social media and to like post all the pictures and to do all that to like expand the business. And at first I was super kind of nervous about it, but I really wanted to do it. And that was an opportunity that I took, and it has honestly changed my life because I actually found out what I really wanted to do with my life. And I don't think that if I took that opportunity, I would have found out what I actually want to like major in college and what I want my job to be when I'm older. So honestly, taking that opportunity has changed my life and made me figure out what I want to do with my life. That's why I think that you should take all the opportunities you can and to just not be afraid of something new, because you never know what could come out of it. Another one is to not be afraid for who you are and to embrace your awesomeness. So I was always so scared to be myself and to just like talk to people basically, and to, you know, say my funny jokes that nobody would laugh at or that I thought were so funny but nobody else did. And my family has also made me realize that too, that just to embrace yourself and to just be who you are, because there are so many people in this world that just follow the crowd and are like each other, and nobody likes the same person. You want to be unique, and unique people make the world awesome. And I think that every single person in this world is different and unique in their own way, and that when you embrace it, it just makes you a better person and it makes you feel confident in yourself. I've gained so much confidence from 2018 just from, you know, being like, you know what, I don't care what other people think anymore. I'm doing what I love, and I'm, you know, saying the things that I believe in, and I'm being who I am. And if nobody likes it, then that's their fault, because I know that I'm an awesome person, and I know that no matter what, I should always believe in myself, and that my family loves me, and I have an awesome boyfriend who loves me. And, you know, you shouldn't worry about what others think, because you are you and there's nobody else like you. So to be like somebody else is really stupid, because you're missing out on someone that could be awesome, you know? So embrace yourself, and if somebody else doesn't like you for something, then that's their fault, because you're all unique in your own way. Another one is that family is so important. So this one I have definitely realized throughout 2018. My whole family is all so close, and we all love each other so much. And, you know, sometimes we get sick of each other. But ever since my sister left for the Marine, if you guys don't know that, my older sister, who's 19, is in the Marine Corps. And she left in May, I believe. Yeah, May of 2018. And she left for 91 days. So I have a really big family. And so it was really weird for having one less person in my family. So it was super hard on my family, and it was really weird to get used to. And, you know, having one less person in a huge family might not seem like a big deal, but for us it was a huge deal. And, you know, we missed her so much. We couldn't talk to her at all. We could only write letters to her, and we would get letters maybe like once a week from her. So it was super hard. And then we did actually get to visit her in August, and we got to go down to Paris Island, which is in South Carolina, which is where she did her Marine boot camp. She only got to come home for 10 days, and then she had to leave again, and then she actually did come back for Christmas, and then she had to leave, which she left actually this morning, January 5th. She left this morning, and she's going back to her MOS school to learn how to do stuff with planes, because that's like her job or whatever. So I've learned that family is very important, and also I have heard of many people that have lost their family members recently, and have, you know, I've had people, like friends at my school, have lost their parents, and it just makes you realize how important it is to have your family. Your family is so important, because you never know when you will have this again. You never know when you're going to have those family movie nights. You never know when you're going to have those family game nights. Like, you never know. So any chance that you get, spend time with your family. And I regret so many times not doing things with my family and, you know, hanging with my friends that one day, or going out with my boyfriend one day. Like, take as much time as you can with your family, because you never know when it's going to be your last time. Another lesson is to appreciate the little things in life. Seeing those little things in life just make life so much better. For example, one like a little thing is like during school, if you're walking past somebody that you might know or you may not be close to, you can smile at them, or you can wave at them, or say hi, and you don't know how much that can change their whole day, you know? Even saying like, hi, how are you? Or like, oh my gosh, you look so pretty today, or wow, I like that shirt you're wearing, you know? You never know what those little things can mean to somebody. Always be positive about everything, because you never know when someone's having a really bad day and need that in their life to do things for yourself. So really seeing your self-worth and realizing that there's nobody else like you in the world, and that you matter, and no matter what, the world needs you, and you know, do things for yourself. And I'm not saying be selfish, but I am saying be selfish, you know. Do things for yourself and make sure that you are happy and that your happiness matters, and that if people aren't treating you right, you know, you shouldn't be around them, and that you should be loving the life you live, and you know, to be happy and to be positive and to just get rid of the people that don't make you feel like that. The thing like about self-love and like self-worth is to stop comparing yourself to other people. And I think this is one of the biggest things that I've learned, and one of the biggest things that is actually really hard for me. And I've also, you know, this is one of my kind of resolutions too, is that, you know, comparing yourself to somebody who has a completely different body type than you do is kind of unrealistic. Like, you can't look at somebody that has this body type and be like, wow, like, I want to do that. Like, these Victoria's Secret models, like, wow, I'm fat and they're so skinny. You know, they have a different body type than we do, you know. You shouldn't be comparing yourself to others because everybody is different. We all have unique bodies. Like, everything is different about everybody. Like, just, like, brings you down more. And I feel like anytime that I follow, you know, like, these Victoria's Secret models and they post this bikini picture, I'm like, wow, I really want to look like that. Like, comparing yourself to other people is the worst. Like, comparison kills. Like, honestly, it brings you down, and it's like, you know, you sit there and you're like, wow, I want to be that person, but you can't because you're yourself. And yes, you can do things to make yourself like them. And I think that comparison is awful because you can be comparing yourself to somebody that is nothing like you, because everybody is different and unique in their own way. And yes, you can, you know, take something from that person and be like, you know, I want to do that, or, you know, I want to, you know, look like that. Maybe I want to, you know, lose a little weight, and, you know, but it shouldn't be to the point where you are putting yourself down for, you know, the way that you look and saying like, wow, I don't look like a Victoria's Secret model. I get down on myself all the time, like, wow, like, I wish I had, like, I wish I was short, you know, like, I wish I had a big butt. And, like, I think that when people compare yourself to others, you should use that as fuel. Using that as fuel and saying, like, you know what, I'm going to make myself better. And, you know, I might not look like a Victoria's Secret model, but I'm going to be in the best shape that I can be, and I'm going to try my best to look the way that I want. And if people don't like the way I look, then that's their fault, and I'm gonna feel good in my body. And if, you know, I don't look like a Victoria's Secret model, like, okay, big deal, but I feel good in my body and I feel good in myself. We are all different and unique in our own way. The last thing is to not worry so much about the future and to just live in the moment and live each day as if it was your last. Especially with college, this year I've definitely learned that I've been so worried about, like, oh my gosh, like, I need to do this for college, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not doing any scholarships, oh my gosh, like, I need to do this, like, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna get married at this age, you know, I'm gonna have kids at this age, like, I'm gonna buy a house, I'm gonna do this. And just, I always do this all the time, and I, like, still do, and I'm trying so hard not to, but always kind of planning for the future. I know that it's good to plan for the future, but I feel like if you plan too far ahead and if you plan too much in detail and then one day it doesn't work out, that it's gonna put you down a lot. It just puts a lot of stress, especially for, you know, seniors and people that are going to be in college soon, that we stress out about college, and, you know, you have to get these scholarships and you have to do this. It's really important to focus on each day, because each day can be your last, and all that stuff that you plan for the future isn't going to matter until it happens. And yes, I know that you have to plan for college like a whole year ahead of time, or like a few months ahead of time, and I'm not saying don't plan and just, you know, don't do anything in advance and like procrastinate. I'm saying that if you plan too much, you might put yourself down and you might feel bad if you don't do this because you planned it for so long. To live each day as if it was your last, because you never know when it's going to be your last moment or when it's going to be somebody else's last moment, and you need to always be positive and nice. It's also really good to just live in the moment and to feel good about each day and go slow by each day instead of just going so fast, because then you can't appreciate the little things. They shape who you are. I'm a busy person, so I feel like every day just goes boom, boom, boom. Like, it's already January 2019. It felt like it was the beginning of 2018 last. Time goes by so fast. So important to live each day and to really look at the little things, because you never know when it's going to be your last. So I'm going to end this video right here, right now, and then the next video is going to be my 2019 resolutions, because this video is already really long and I don't want to make it super long. So I apologize, and I'm probably going to be in the same outfit. That is pretty much how my 2018 went, and some lessons that I learned and how to plan for 2019 and to set your resolutions and your goals. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you guys have any lessons that you guys learned, definitely share them down below, and follow me on all my social medias, which will be linked down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.